Well, howdy, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Today's Bread. Now, we're currently in a series called Messages on the Old Testament. This week, we're going over God given wisdom. Today, we're going over an open invitation for wisdom to live right. Our scripture reference is Proverbs chapter 8, verses 1 through 5. Right living doesn't start with any decision on our part, it starts with God's gracious invitation. The Bible reminds us often that God is the one who reaches out to us. Our free will allows us to reject or accept His overture, but it remains His invitation that influences us in the very first place. Now, Proverbs 8 opens with such an invitation from God. In this case, personified by a woman who embodies true wisdom. Now, the use of a female voice in this passage reveals the beauty and desirability of God's wisdom. A woman's voice also comes across as more gentle, emphasizing the pleading and loving nature of God's invitation. The use of a female personification also serves as a contrast to the allure of the sinful woman in Proverbs 7. Proverbs 8, verses 1 through 4, points to the universal nature of God's invitation. Wisdom cries out far and wide to all people. Humanity certainly needs God's wisdom. Without it, people are simple and foolish. That's verse 5, by the way. But anyone can gain prudence and understanding by applying God-given wisdom. The earnest and pleading tone of this passage indicates just how vital God's wisdom truly is. It also points indirectly to the spiritual struggle that we face. Wisdom must cry aloud because there are many other voices in the world vying for our attention. Other forces would demand our allegiance. We can be blinded to God's truth and remain trapped in sin. God-given wisdom affects every aspect of the believer's life. It isn't about how much knowledge a person has in his or her head about the Bible. Godly wisdom will reveal itself in the way a person lives and will prove or disprove that person's claim to have a relationship with God. Thank you, and I pray that you've enjoyed today's edition of Fresh Daily Bread. Now, I pray that these videos, in fact, all of our posts, are a blessing in your life. Why don't you check them out? Look up East Houston Revival Center on Facebook. Now, Wednesday's prayer focus is for the community development. So pray for stronger neighborhoods, safer streets, and initiatives that build trust and cooperation among residents. Now remember, Jesus, He is coming back, and soon. Now here's Wednesday's blessing. I bless your feet and hands to be ever outstretched to help those in need.